flowing through deserts, jungles, cities, and villages. Africa's rivers are the veins that pulse life into the continent. They carve the landscapes, nourish the soils, and carry the stories of countless generations. These rivers have witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the migrations of peoples, and the rhythms of daily life that pulse like a heartbeat from the ancient past to the present day. Among the countless waterways that crisscross this vast land, 5 rivers stand tallest giants in length and significance. The Nile, the Congo, the Niger, the Zambezi, and the Orange each hold a unique place in Africa's geography and culture, shaping the environments and societies that have thrived along their banks for millennia. Their origins are as diverse as the lands they cross, from high mountain lakes shrouded in mist to hidden springs deep in rugged terrains. Their waters travel thousands of kilometers, passing through rainforests and savannas, bustling cities and silent deserts, until they meet the ocean's embrace. But these rivers are more than just natural wonders. They are the lifelines of civilizations, sources of food, water, and fertile land. They are spiritual pathways, woven into rituals, myths, and sacred ceremonies. Each river carries stories of gods and ancestors, of journeys and battles, of hope and survival. In this journey, we will explore the origins of these mighty rivers, trace their winding paths across countries and cultures, and dive into the depths and widths that reveal their immense power. We will uncover their cultural and traditional significance in every place they touch, how they have shaped identity, inspired art, and sustained communities. This is a story of water and life, of nature and humanity intertwined. This is the story of Africa's longest rivers, the lifelines that continue to flow through the heart of the continent. The Nile, the world's longest river, a majestic artery stretching over 6,650 kilometers, has been called the lifeblood of civilizations. Its story begins far south in the heart of Africa, where 2 great sources, the White Nile and the Blue Nile, converge to form this mighty waterway. The White Nile originates from the serene waters of Lake Victoria, nestled between Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya. This massive freshwater lake feeds the river with steady flow year-round. The Blue Nile, by contrast, bursts forth from Lake Tana in Ethiopia, carrying rich sediments that transform the Nile into the fertile ribbon of life seen throughout Egypt. From these sources, the Nile travels northward, weaving its way through dense jungles, vast wetlands, and arid deserts. It touches countries like South Sudan and Sudan, where ancient cultures once flourished along its banks before finally reaching the golden sands of Egypt and emptying into the Mediterranean Sea. In Egypt, the Nile's annual flood was sacred, a divine event that renewed the land, depositing nutrient-rich silt to fertilize crops. This natural rhythm shaped Egyptian civilization itself. The river's waters supported great cities, monumental architecture, and a complex society that revered the Nile as a god. The Nile was more than just a physical resource. It was a spiritual force. The ancient Egyptians worshipped Hapi, the god of the Nile's inundation, who ensured the land's fertility and the people's survival. The river cycles governed the calendar, the planting and harvest seasons, and the flow of life itself. Beyond Egypt, the Nile was a trade route and a cultural highway, linking diverse peoples. Nubian kingdoms to the south thrived because of the Nile's bounty, and merchants traveled its waters exchanging goods, stories, and traditions. The river's width varies dramatically, from a narrow stream in the southern wetlands to broad, majestic expanses across the Nile Delta. Its depths can plunge over 10 meters in some stretches, and its waters teem with life, sustaining fish, birds, and countless species that depend on its flow. The Nile's vast delta, a labyrinth of channels and marshes, remains one of the most fertile and densely populated areas on Earth. Its waters irrigate crops that feed millions, just as they did thousands of years ago. Through droughts and floods, empires and modern cities, the Nile continues to be a source of life, mystery, and awe. It is the thread that ties the past to the present, a living monument to Africa's enduring relationship with water. Winding through the dense and mysterious jungles of Central Africa, the Congo River is a force of nature unlike any other, stretching approximately 4,700 kilometers. It is the second longest river in Africa and the deepest river in the world, with depths plunging over 20 meters in places. Its vast basin is home to the second largest rainforest on Earth, a sanctuary for biodiversity and an ancient cradle of human cultures. The river's story begins far inland at the Chembeshi River in the highlands of Zambia. From this modest beginning, the Congo swells as tributaries join its course, carving through mountains, valleys, and plateaus until it bursts into the sprawling equatorial rainforest of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Congo's waters are wild and powerful, racing through rapids and cascading over waterfalls. One of its most famous features is the Livingstone Falls, a series of tumultuous rapids that make navigation treacherous, but contribute to the river's incredible energy, flowing past major cities such as Kinshasa and Brazzaville, the closest capital cities on Earth, separated only by the river. The Congo is the lifeline of millions. It serves as a vital transportation route in a region where roads are scarce and the rainforest is dense. Boats laden with goods, people, and stories traverse its waters, linking communities spread across vast distances. The Congo is deeply woven into the cultural fabric of the peoples who live along its banks. From the Bantu tribes to the Muti Pygmies, the river sustains livelihoods, spiritual beliefs, and traditional practices. Fishing along the river is not just an economic activity, but a sacred relationship with nature. The water is believed to house spirits, and rituals are performed to honor these unseen guardians before a catch is taken. In the Congo Basin, the river's breadth varies dramatically, from narrow channels deep in the forest to wide, sweeping expanses near its mouth. It flows through the vast Uvette Centrale swamp, a watery wilderness that is one of the planet's largest wetlands, a sanctuary for wildlife, and a natural reservoir in the global water cycle. The Congo finally empties into the Atlantic Ocean, its waters mixing with the salt of the sea, but carrying with them the essence of the rainforest and the cultures that depend on its flow. Throughout history, the Congo River has inspired awe and mystery. Early explorers marveled at its power and complexity. Today, it remains a symbol of Africa's natural wealth, a source of life and identity, and a reminder of the delicate balance between humans and the environment. The Niger River, winding more than 4,180 kilometers, is the pulse of West Africa. It begins its journey in the lush Guinea highlands, nestled in southeastern Guinea, from where it flows through some of the continent's most historic and vibrant landscapes. Unlike many rivers that flow straightforwardly, the Niger has a unique boomerang shape, curving northeastward before turning southward to meet the Atlantic Ocean in the Niger Delta. As it travels through countries like Mali, Niger, and Nigeria, the Niger River nourishes countless communities, ecosystems, and cultures. It courses past ancient cities such as Timbuktu, once a thriving center of learning and trade, and continues through fertile plains and sprawling deltas that support millions of people. The Niger is far more than a waterway. It is a spiritual and cultural cornerstone. Along its banks, numerous festivals celebrate the river's life, giving power. The Dogon people hold sacred ceremonies honoring the river as a source of sustenance and spiritual connection. In the Niger Delta, vibrant fishing communities have developed traditions deeply intertwined with the ebb and flow of the river. Historically, the Niger was the backbone of powerful empires such as the Mali Empire and the Songhai Empire, which controlled vast stretches of West Africa's interior and established trade routes that brought gold, salt, and knowledge across continents. The river was the artery of commerce, culture, and political power. Physically, the Niger varies widely in depth and width. Its middle reaches, especially around the inland delta in Mali, swell into a complex network of channels and wetlands, creating a rich ecosystem for wildlife and agriculture. This inland delta is sometimes called a river within a river and is crucial for rice farming and fishing. The Niger's vast delta is one of the world's largest and most ecologically important. It features intricate waterways, mangroves, and swamps, sustaining a diverse range of flora and fauna. However, it also faces challenges from oil exploration and environmental degradation, highlighting the delicate balance between human progress and ecological preservation. For the millions who live along its banks, the Niger River is a symbol of life, resilience, and heritage. It continues to shape identities, inspire art, and sustain livelihoods in a region rich with history and culture. The Zambezi River, stretching approximately 2,574 kilometers, is a river of both grandeur and spiritual depth. Rising from the Menwilonga district of northwestern Zambia, the Zambezi carves its path through 6 countries: Zambia, Angola, Namibia, Botswana, Driba, and Mozambique, before pouring its waters into the Indian Ocean. One of the river's most famous features is the awe-inspiring Victoria Falls, known locally as Mosi Ola Tunya, the smoke that thunders. This natural wonder has captivated explorers and locals alike for centuries, its roaring cascade symbolizing the raw power and life-giving essence of the river. The Zambezi supports diverse ecosystems along its length, from lush wetlands and floodplains to arid savannas, making it a critical lifeline for both wildlife and humans. It feeds rich agricultural lands that sustain local communities and provides routes for fishing and transport. For many indigenous peoples, the Zambezi is not just water flowing through land, it is a sacred entity. The river and its surrounding features are woven into the spiritual fabric of local tribes, such as the Lozi, who celebrate the annual Kombonka festival, marking the seasonal movement of their king in a grand procession on the river. This ceremony honors the river's power and the life it sustains. The river's waters also fuel hydroelectric power, with massive dams like the Kariba Dam harnessing the Zambezi's energy to light cities and industries across southern Africa, demonstrating the river's role in modern development. Physically, the Zambezi varies widely in depth and width, ranging from narrow rapids to broad floodplains. Its flow fluctuates seasonally, with the rainy season transforming it into a roaring torrent, and the dry season revealing intricate channels and islands. Beyond its physical grandeur, the Zambezi carries stories of gods and spirits, of survival and prosperity, of connection between people and nature. It remains a symbol of both ancient tradition and modern progress, a river that embodies Africa's complex relationship with its natural world. The Orange River, known locally as the Gariep, flows for about 2,200 kilometers, carving a dramatic path through southern Africa. Originating high in the snowy peaks of the Drakensberg Mountains in Lesotho, it journeys westward, crossing through South Africa and forming part of the border with Namibia before emptying into the Atlantic Ocean. The river source in the misty Drakensberg is a place of rugged beauty, where alpine streams converge to form the mighty Gariep. From there, the river descends through dramatic gorges, sprawling valleys, and arid desert landscapes, a constant source of life in regions where water can be scarce. The Orange River is vital for agriculture, especially in the arid regions of the Northern Cape, where its waters irrigate vast fields of grapes, citrus, and other crops. Its flow sustains not only the land, but the communities that have lived alongside it for centuries. Culturally, the river has deep significance for indigenous groups such as the Sujus, the Hajuestan peoples, some of the oldest inhabitants of southern Africa. The river is woven into their stories and traditions, a symbol of survival and connection to the land. The Sujuesti Wanchirasu, the river is a spiritual boundary, a line between worlds. Throughout history, the Orange River has also served as a geopolitical marker, delineating territories and nations. Its waters have been the focus of water rights and conservation efforts, highlighting the river's importance in sustaining life amid changing climates and human demands. The river's width and depth vary along its course. In its upper reaches, the river is narrow and fast, flowing, cutting through rugged terrain. As it approaches the Atlantic, it broadens into wide floodplains and estuaries, supporting diverse wildlife and ecosystems. The Orange River stands as a testament to southern Africa's natural beauty, and resilience, a waterway that has shaped landscapes, cultures, and histories. It continues to be a lifeline in an often harsh environment, bridging the past and the present, nature and humanity. Rivers are more than water flowing through land. They are the storytellers of Africa's past, the guardians of culture, and the bearers of life itself. From the ancient floodplains of the Nile to the thunderous cascades of the Zambezi, these great waterways have witnessed the rise of kingdoms, the migration of peoples, and the ever-changing tapestry of life. They connect deserts to oceans, mountains to seas, and people to their ancestors. Along their banks, traditions are born, spirits are honored, and civilizations are sustained. As we look to the future, these rivers remind us of our shared responsibility to protect their waters, preserve the cultures they nourish, and respect the delicate balance between nature and humanity. The story of Africa's longest rivers is a story of endurance, power, and life's unending flow. They are the continent's lifelines, forever flowing, forever telling, forever alive.